fuck is up, guys? My name is Flint Scott Wilson. Your name is also Flint Scott Wilson. This is the Flint Scott Wilson podcast where we talk about all things Flint Scott Wilson related. That's right. This is the podcast where I talk about myself and the things going on around me. And I am stuttering. I am a stuttering Sam, and I cannot talk that well. But if you have enough confidence, you can do anything well, including talking. If you just talk like this and talk like a storyteller, then it makes you sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Even though I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, everything's coming out of my subconscious, into the conscious, into the open world. And it's coming out onto your ears. Isn't that crazy? I'm talking into a laptop and then years later, my voice is coming out to you. Isn't that fucking insane? Guys, let's take a moment and just think about that. Like, I'm speaking into this laptop right now, onto fucking photo booth. I'm speaking into a photo booth just on my laptop, an inanimate object, right? And then you can be halfway across the world right now, and then my voice, years later, will come back to you. Isn't that insane, guys? But anyway, this is the cooking stream. My parents have actually gone away. They've gone on holiday for a week. That is awesome. I will get to practice meal prepping, which I will be doing when I'm at university. And I'm looking big right now. It's not a Flint Wilson podcast if I don't take my shit off and start flexing on you guys. I'm looking like a behemoth of a human being right now. I mean, this progress has been made in a year. I started off a very skinny lad, but now I've got massive titties and I've got humongoid arms, and my lats, I feel like my lats aren't that strong. I don't know, my lats, I think that I don't know how to lat spread, but maybe it's because I just don't have lats to spread. I'm not too sure. Let's do it. I won't even be able to see this back to biceps. I don't know what a good back looks like, to be honest. But yeah, let's flip over this little chicken thing. Right now, I'm not meal prepping. This is just kind of basic, what I would eat in a day. Otherwise, and I'm just cooking a normal dinner. Chicken, literally one mashed potato, and a salad I'm about to make. I don't have much stuff for the salad. Just carrot, lettuce, and some cheese. But tomorrow I'll go out and I'll buy groceries. Lately, I've just been not keeping a buck 50 with myself. Being a fucking loser, to be honest with you. Let's check this out. Backwards, fuck it, that's right. I'm being a bit of a loser. I'm not doing shit, I'm just watching YouTube, watching a Ludwig, pretty entertaining guy. What's he up to nowadays? Just watching a Ludwig streams. I don't know, man, I don't know. Just choosing not to do anything and being lazy about it and not going out there and seeking and pushing myself, you know? Let's top this water up a little bit. That was actually probably too much water to top it up with, but fuck it. This is actually probably, I don't know, still pretty high. I should do this thing like this. Shank. I'm not good in a fight, by the way. It's very easy to make yourself look like you'd be good in a fight, but dude, I am not. I would not be good in a fight. Get my ass kicked. I did sparring once. I got my ass fucking kicked by this kid a year younger than me. But it's easy if you're just, again, confident with what you're doing. You can make yourself look like you know what the fuck you're doing. You're just confident with your movements. Doing cool shit like this occasionally. Do some cool sidestepping shit. Looks like you know what the fuck you're doing. Step. So yeah, lately I haven't been going after it. I haven't been seeking it. I haven't been fucking David Gogginsing this shit, just going hard and just fucking attacking life. I've just been kind of going with the flow, and I've lost a lot of progress, man. I've lost a lot of progress socially. My self-esteem is pretty low. I'm boring Flint in social interactions. Right now I'm fun Flint. I don't give a fuck Flint. Stuttering Flint, but just keeps on going, taking those L's, because I love taking L's, man. I love taking L's. But right now I'm not going out there and taking L's. I'm being afraid of L's. Like when you're going into social interactions, fearing that you'll get laughed at. I mean, again, we've gone over the thing that they're talking about how I'm bad at conflict, right? I mean, dude, before like half a year ago, I kept on saying to myself, I think I'm always going to be improving. I think I'm going to be the fucking man in the future, going after it, seeking shit. hopefully doing business stuff. I really like business, but lately I haven't been doing business. I mean, I'm looking for a product and I'm struggling to find a product. Dude, I just gotta fucking do a product. Man, I just gotta select a product. There ain't too many good products that I can find out there. But you just gotta go after it, seek life, fucking grab it by its throat and just, stick your fucking tongue down life's throat. You gotta rape life, alright? Don't get raped by life. You're gonna be the one raping, alright? Dog eat dog world out here. Be the one that's raping people. Don't be the one that's getting raped. Come on. Simple stuff. And that's my message to you guys. Yeah. But yeah, I'm liking how my chest is looking. I'm close to a 100 bench, by the way. The date today. You wanting to know the date? I keep on doing this with the fucking potatoes. Chill out, Mr. Potato. The date today is the 8th of... Oh wait. Is it the 15th of Jan? I've got them... No, the 8th of Jan. Right. It's the 8th of January. So I've got just over a month. Just over a month before I head off to university. I'm still in Palmerston North right now. Still in my hometown. Be naughty. But in a month's time, a bit over a month, going down to Christchurch, going to study engineering at Canterbury. So if in the future I'm not chasing my fucking dreams, going after it, right now this isn't the way to live, man. This is the way that I was living when I was in high school, when I didn't like myself, and that's why I'm getting self-esteem issues again. I'm going up to people, I'm not cracking low W's, I'm having shitty social interactions where I'm not taking risks, and I'm fucking getting my ass fucked by fucking losers. I mean, that guy Chance and Cam, like with conflict, there at that workplace that I used to work at, DKSH. I've talked about that I had a really good podcast where I just went in depth about that, about my conflict issues, how I'm not very good at conflict in general. When it comes to conflict situations, I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm not a very agreeable person. I don't know psychology that well. I mean, maybe I could go up to Jordan Peterson, ask him why I'm bad at conflict situations, but I'm not too sure. And I mean, examples of me losing conflict situations, my sister with arguments is beating me most of the times. If we ever have an argument, I'm usually losing to my sister. There was that car thing at Christmas with the little kid Isaac. A couple other things with Isaac where Sasha and stuff were like, oh, Flynn, don't be doing that, and yeah, didn't say anything because, again, it's like you don't say anything because you've got it in your mind that you're a Sigma male, bro. You don't consciously have that in your mind, it's subconscious. If I don't say anything, I can appear above the issue. That isn't true. Usually that's just what you think when you're a little beta male bitch boy. And you don't want to speak up, because speaking up is scary, it's taking a risk. You're too scared that, I mean, you could lose that situation. You could lose a verbal argument. It's true. So you're scared to take the risk, so you don't say anything. That's a big dumb fact. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's bad conflict in general, but I think it might be linked to self-esteem issues because right now I'm not living my life the way I want to. I mean, I'm just letting life kind of fucking bulldoze me. I'm just kind of letting life roll over me. BT dubs, I'm cutting up a carrot right now. Maybe I'll get this laptop and chuck it down here. You reckon? There's a carrot. There's this knife. There's my salad. That's the lettuce. Basic meals. This is what I was taught to cook. When my parents taught me how to cook, this is how they taught me. Basic meals. I used to cook the same meal every night. I mean, I did burgers eventually. I started doing burgers. You remember that, Flynn? Cooking burgers. But when I first started off, it was just meat in the oven, mashed potatoes, and a salad. Still pretty hard. I'm surprised by that there. There's only one potato in there. I thought it would cook a lot quicker, to be honest. So I'm going to have a lot of carrot in the salad. I'm just going to use the entire fucking carrot. Because there isn't a lot of thing that I can use in the salad, so I might as well just have a fuck ton of a couple things, I'm feeling like I'm going to eat all of this meal pretty easy, which is odd because usually I don't do that for dinner. When did I have my afternoon tea? Usually I have 3 eggs and bacon and a protein shake for my afternoon tea. And usually after I do that, I'm fucking full. But no, I'm not feeling too full. I'm not feeling too full. It's cool thinking about how you guys know exactly how the future is going to play out. I've been thinking about this before. When you know the outcome of something, your confidence becomes so much higher. I mean, at the time for me, doing stuff that is scary, I mean, it's super scary. That was very not well worded. Stuff that in the future, after I've done it, that seems scary at the time, at the present, why am I not able to word this well? I don't know. Shit that now seems scary, afterwards, after I do it, it doesn't seem that scary. Because you have confidence in the fact that you did that thing, and you did it pretty easily. I mean, everything's like that. You just get scared no matter what. Like, illogically, and you know it's illogical. I mean, when you went to the ball with that random, one of the best life decisions you've made, went to the ball with a random, very scary socially, but afterwards it seems very easy. It seems pretty easy, like the way that things played out. I mean, how could that have gone wrong, really? But at the time I was pissing myself. I was pissing myself for like days, really, especially when I was riding on over there. I have this thing where like I get nervous and then I get very calm. And then I get nervous again. I would like to cancel out that last nervous part, but no, I just get nervous and then I get calm. Like when I remember taking the motorcycle, I was like nervous, really nervous before I started riding my motorcycle to the place where everyone was meeting up for one. And then as I was riding my motorcycle, I had a piece of serenity where I was like, oh, I'm chilling. It's gonna play down and you're gonna do well socially, because I mean, compared to people your age, you're a bit of a social beast. I mean, not really anymore, to be honest. I've lost a lot of progress, a lot of self-esteem issues, really. And I feel like I've got an alter ego. Like, right now, I remind myself, like, before I started this podcast, I was watching a Ludwig stream. Him and Miskiff were doing, these are Twitch streamers, by the way. I don't watch Twitch, but I watch YouTubers who are on Twitch, so I really like that Ludwig guy. He reminds me a lot of myself, but obviously not right now because I'm having self-esteem issues because I'm not going after it, you know. But he reminds me quite a bit of myself. Pretty charismatic dude. Pretty funny dude. I was actually watching one of his YouTube videos. Him and Miskiff were doing a family feud. It was Connor East's parents there. He's a Minecrafter, he's a little kid. I don't watch him. I don't watch him though. Cutie Cinderella, that's Lovewood's girlfriend, she was there. But anyways, I'm having trouble speaking right now. Anyways. Yeah, I was watching that stream and I was putting off doing this podcast. Because this podcast is work. Once you start doing it, I mean, once you get to the gym, gym's not too good of an example, but just once you start doing things, usually that seem hard in your head, if they seem easy at the time, like doing this podcast is so easy, it means that your work ethic isn't there, and my work ethic just isn't there. I just have no drive. I'm not pushing myself. It's not that I'm like, I've got things that I have to do, that I don't want to do, and I'm putting off. It's like, I'm just not... There are kind of things that I have to do, but it's not that I'm too scared to do them. It's just I have no drive to do them. So I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'll wake up at 7 this morning. I mean, I just don't care. I really don't care. I'm not pushing myself to do it. That's really all it is. I don't care enough right now. Genuinely. I don't care enough. So the goals that I have, things that I should be doing. The things that I truly want to be doing, I'm not pushing myself with them at all. Finding a product's like, if I find a product, I find a product. If I don't find a product, to do a drop shipping and create a website for, and I love doing that. I mean, creating businesses. I want to find an actual product that I can create a community around. That'd be fucking sick. Struggling to find a product. I mean, I've got some products, maybe I just have to choose a product. But I really want like a properly good product that I really like and that I can actually hold inventory for. I'll probably actually create a business. Flynn, do you do this in the future? That's the fun thing. You know exactly how this all plays out. I don't know how my life plays out, but I was thinking about buying like 100 of these these phone slide covers. So it's like a slide cover you have on your laptop that you can just slide over your camera, and then it just blocks out your camera. They're pretty cheap, so I was thinking about buying like 100 of them, which you actually can do on AliExpress, but I think I've said this before in a previous podcast, doing it through Alibaba as well. I'm getting I'm not sure they'd really like, because it'd be dumb because it doesn't cost that much for them. And it cost me like $30 to buy 100 of them. But doing it through Alibaba to practice that, for when I actually get a higher ticket product and need to test, get an agent in there to test, make sure it's all good, ship them over, go through all of the things that you would for a high ticket product through Alibaba. I was thinking maybe the MOQ would be high for it since it's so cheap though. But yeah, that'd be good. And just hold them and kind of just ship them like you do with Trade Me items. Ush. I gotta feed Jazz too. But yeah, I just haven't been pushing myself at all. It's not even like obviously that will come into play. I'm thinking about like I'm getting reminders of when people say, "Oh, I don't go to the gym." Why don't you go to the gym? I started going to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym. I don't go to the gym anymore. Why do you not go to the gym? Oh, it's just I don't have the time for it. Blah blah blah. And they don't say the clear thing that, I mean, you know you're bullshitting with your reasons if you don't mention this. You know that you're not keeping a fucking $1.50 if you don't even mention this. Going to the gym is hard. I stopped going to the gym in part, at least in part. I mean, there's all these other reasons. I mean, I don't have enough time. I was finding it actually had negative effects on my health somehow, my mental health. Like, obviously these things are fucking bullshit most of the time. But even if they were true, you're not mentioning like one of the main reasons that everyone who wants to go to the gym and stops going to the gym, this is at least one of the reasons that they don't go to the gym. Because it's fucking hard to do. Everything in life that's hard to do, you're not mentioning that it's hard because you're fucking bullshitting yourself and you're bullshitting me. And I don't like you bullshit. Although lately, I've been fucking tolerating it because I haven't been keeping a fucking $1.50 with people. Because I barely keep it $1.50 with myself. It's like, I remind myself of Rick and Morty. What was I going to say? I started saying this before. Rick and Morty. Oh yeah, the Kid Rick. I'm reminding myself of Kid Rick. When Rick, from Rick and Morty, he clones himself and becomes a young kid. But that young kid like expresses how like he's dying in a test tube, please save me or whatever. He expresses that like through art. I express my real emotions on this podcast and I keep it $1.50 with myself on this podcast, but throughout the day I'm not fucking articulating myself. While we're on the podcast, that's the only time that I'm keeping completely $1.50 with myself. Lately I haven't been doing that. So we're going to do a couple things while we're on this podcast. You'll have to bear through me eating tea. I'll probably still talk to you, but you'll bear through me eating tea. I just got the temptation to fuck off in the podcast and watch YouTube while I was eating tea. Nah, fam. Nah. You ain't about to do that, you fucking... Ugh. Flynn, you're going to keep on doing the podcast and you are going to write some goals down that you know to be true. Write some truths down, man. Jesus Christ. We're going to write some truths down. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to write down a couple goals. I mean, right, Flynn? I'm reminding myself, I didn't peel the potato. Why am I not peeling fucking potatoes? I'm forgetting to peel these goddamn potatoes. A potato flew around my room. I think I have enough potatoes. It's actually like I've got milk for it tomorrow as well. I mean, maybe this will just be a long as fuck podcast. The problem is when I get off the podcast, I feel such a strong inclination to fuck around. Man, I'm not craving it. Should we just start going? Should we just start going and just going after and getting after life? You reckon? I gotta write some stuff down. I didn't have any New Year's resolutions. Maybe I create some. It's not too late. Maybe I create some New Year's resolutions live and you guys can see exactly where my mindset is at. Maybe we can. Maybe we should. Maybe we will. One of the main goals that I am going to write down is practice keeping it $1.50 with yourself off of the podcast. Because I keep it innocuous. I don't articulate my thoughts so that I can fuck around. When you don't articulate shit and leave shit in the fog, it makes it a lot easier to fuck around. And your subconscious knows that. And your subconscious is working against yourself because he knows that you're fucking weak. You are weak. The subconscious beats the subconscious. Subconscious beats the conscious mind. I mean, most of the time, unless you're fucking hard like me, or at least like I thought I was. But turns out I ain't too hard, because I ain't keeping $1.50 with myself. Only here when I become Kid Rick, and I get to articulate my thoughts through art. I get to say, I am trapped. I am trapped. I am old, and this is a young clone, and I am trapped in a test tube. Summer and Morty, please help me out. And I keep it $1.50 and I say, dude, I am not working hard because I am being a pussy, because immediate dopamine hits are fucking easy. I mean, it's fucking amazing, you know, it feels great. Working hard, it doesn't even feel shit. It doesn't even feel bad. Going to the gym feels bad. I mean, the work that I have to do doesn't even feel bad. It just doesn't immediately provide dopamine hits. Let's keep it $1.50, Flynn. Let's keep it $1.50, man. So let's see. Oh, fuck. That's probably too much mashed potato. It was just one potato. Let's see. I'm actually feeling pretty hungry, though. This podcast may be 2 hours long. If it is, it's going to be a fire 2 hours, but we'll see. I mean, maybe I just quickly fire off my goals. Alright, tea time. Is that a flashback to the past one? Tea time. Or is that what you say in the future with your kids? With your family? No, you don't have a family? You don't have a family, Flinny? You just live at home and jerk off 24/7? You just live in a flat by yourself? And you're in debt and you jerk off 24/7? And you stop doing these podcasts? And you stop going to the gym and going after it? Because that's where I'm headed right now, and that's my own personal hell. I mean, right now, that's my own personal hell, but where it seems most likely that I'm going right now in my direction is letting life just pass by. Just being a bystander and letting life pass by. And I swear, man, I've got that inclination. We need to practice keeping it $1.50 outside of this podcast. This podcast will keep me straight, and it keeps me straight, man. It keeps me straight, but I mean, outside of this podcast, while I'm inside of this podcast, I need to realize that I need to start keeping it $1.50 outside of the podcast. The part where I usually fuck up as well is where I'm hiding shit in the fog to protect my ego, because I know that I am being weak and that I'm going to pick the easy option. And this is my tea, by the way. Look at that tea that I made. That was my first ever meal that I've made by myself. Just dinner by myself. I mean actual cooked meal, like a cooked dinner, just for myself. I've cooked it for the fam, but never just for myself. Maybe I should train abs more. I don't know. I already have an inclination again. Immediate dopamine hits. And we might have to have dopamine hits. I mean, I might have to humble myself and realize I'm not even at the point where I was 6 months ago. I can't just immediately jump the fuck into it. Obviously, I want to stay hard, but the best jumps are made through gradual increases. And maybe it might be too much of a jump to just go right the fuck into it, but we'll see. I mean, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Or will we? It depends what happens after this podcast. I keep on saying, it's like you're just bullshitting yourself, man. Bullshitting yourself, and you know it's true. You remind yourself, you're reminding yourself of Tyler Price. The best piece of advice that I learned, that I never put into action, shut the fuck up then. Going over advice in my head, saying stuff like, how do you take cold showers in the morning? You ain't. How do you take cold showers in the morning? I just kept on doing it when it was hardest. And this is true as well. That's the funny thing. It is completely true. The statement is true. The best piece of advice that I never put into practice, that isn't advice, but it is probably still true. You know it's true. You're just too fucking weak to put it into action. What I was saying was, imagining a scenario where I'm the fucking man. I'm the man. How do you take cold showers every morning? Oh my god, it's so difficult. What I do is even when, especially when it's at its hardest to do, when cold showers are at the hardest to take, when I'm not feeling it, when I'm not feeling up to the task, I fucking do it, right? And the reason that I do it is that at its hardest, you need to do it. You need to do it. And when you do it at its hardest, it means that when it's easiest, it's going to be even easier because you're doing it at its hardest. Man. And when it's medium, when you're kind of feeling, oh yeah, I feel alright today, it's going to be even easier because you did it at its hardest. If you slack off when it's hardest, then the next time that it's slightly less hard, but still hard, you ain't going to do it. And then when it's kind of medium, you aren't going to do it. And then when it's easy, you aren't going to do it. I cut this. Wow, there's cheese on it. Feed Jazz, by the way. Jesus Christ. If you see this podcast or I don't feed Jazz during this podcast, there's a very good chance I forgot to feed Jazz. Jazz heard me screaming. Just me and Jazz for 7 days. Okay, I'm gonna feed you some kid. I used to think that my chest was my worst thing about me. I don't think it is. I think it might be one of the best. I don't know though. I don't really flex in front of the camera that much. Maybe my calves. I feel like I'm just pretty solid with my body, low-key. People have things like, oh dude, I'm really self-conscious about this. I have nothing with my body that I think is like a part that's lacking, you know? You will remember me. Got some stretch marks there as well. Very good, very nice. So let it all out. You will remember me for centuries. Do, 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 do. It'd be interesting to see when I cut as well. If this fat on my face, there's some fat on my face. If I always had that there, will that go off when I cut? Will I get a stronger jawline? We'll have to see. I feel like I might have always had that. Those like high cheekbones. I don't know. Fee Jazz. Remember that, Fee Jazz. You will remember me. Is my laptop even close to fully charged, man? So many times today. It's just gone down and I just haven't charged it anywhere near full. Whoa. Holy shit. Dude, there's a fuck ton of protein in milk. No way. Oh, right. Yeah, this is 2 liters. Holy fuck. Guess it's not that much. Wait, no, that's heaps. I drink so much milk. Dude, what? I have so much milk a day. Probably getting like 10 grams of protein a day from milk. I didn't know that. Right? I mean, at least 250 mils. I've seen it's 2 liters. I go through heaps of milk. Fucking hell. You will remember me. fast forward to when I'm not eating. I doubt I'm going to say much more while I'm eating. Yeah, I think that there's not too much of a chance that I'm even watching this. Even me. Future me. Because it's supply versus demand. Simple economics. There's too much supply. Means demand goes down. If I am watching this, Flynn, what is the craziest thing that you've done in your life so far? Yeah, my laptop's on 9%, fuck's sakes. We'll go down, we'll sit there. We'll hopefully eat this dinner before my laptop dies. And I'll be able to charge my laptop. Hopefully I'll be able to show you things, me cleaning up while talking, feeding Jazz. Charge it over there, sit down, talk, set some goals. I have like cups of milk. How much is a cup? Okay, we're up to there. How much do we lose it by? There. I don't know. I have a fuck ton of milk in my Weet-Bix as well in the morning. I'll try oats this morning. This morning. Next morning. Tomorrow morning. Quicker. Need to go quicker. They like hand exercises. Okay, I remember learning about neck exercises. People like train their neck, trying to get muscles in their neck. Like weighted. Like a musclier hand would be pretty nice. Having musclier fingers? Go like this. Like, is there just like one person in the world? That'd be crazy if just like there's just one motherfucker who trained his hands. They're close. Oh. No battery mode, fuck's sakes. I'm surprised this camera hasn't cut up. Oh. Here we go. Final stretch. Jesus Christ, here we go. Alright. Felt like I was going to throw up there. Probably still will feel like that. Just managed that one. That last bit was really forcing it in me. Oh, Let's go ahead and let's beat Jays. Come on, yo. I'm feeling like maybe I won't throw up. I have in the past done that. Especially when I had my eggs and bacon. I always used to feel like that. Certain meals you feel like that. I just managed to get that one down. Let's go, champ. Oh! Oh! Let's capture this momentous occasion.
That's your water.
There you go. Then I have to remember as well to give her like a tea stick. No, a dental stick. I guess a tea stick. Oh my god, I dropped it, but it fucking fell and landed like this. Perfect. Life is perfect. Okay. Let's do the cleanup. Laptop's on 3% charge. Hopefully you don't die. If you get down to 1%, I'll just say fuck it and we'll go over there. We'll put you on charge while I do this motherfucking cleanup. Although I'll do this shit quick.
Oh shit. We gon' win or we get laid.
I just don't care. Chuck all the blood dishes
In the dishwasher. This brush, this dishwashing liquid. Let's scrub.
We gon' win or we get paid.
Scrub the worst of it off, and then we'll actually add some dishwashing liquid up in this bitch. I'll just add it to you and clean everything else through you. Cool. You're clear. Chuck you in there too. You're real good. Hopefully we don't get too much water on this laptop. You will remember me. I find the gym slightly harder as well. When you're less motivated in life, you're less motivated in more aspects. When I'm at the gym, I feel like I'm a farce. Shit that I used to be able to say to myself, that was truth. Maybe it was a lie, but less of a lie back then. I'm the fucking man, I am the champ. They ain't gonna see this coming. They ain't gonna see my comeback coming. I mean, I've taken L's, life flashing before my eyes. Oh. Loss. Humiliation. Reject. Mainly humiliation for me. Although, the worst feeling is just not even being acknowledged. It's probably me. That was a lot of my high school life, and I'm obviously, I wasn't that much of a fucking loser. I'm still naturally a pretty cool guy, but in a lot of respect, yeah, I was a fucking loser with the friend group that I hang out with. We weren't bad. The friend group that I hung out with was actually pretty good. They were a churchy group, and they were actually kind of like on the team. They were cool churchy kids. They just happen to go to church as well, which is respectable. I mean, a lot of famous people like that, cool dudes that just happen to find a faith in God, because that is it's a very strong meaning. Anyhow, yeah, hung out with them. They were very cool dudes. Just a lot of the time, kind of the bitch boy of the group, really. Not too bad. Just wasn't one of the main dudes. So, oft times you get ignored. Oft times I would be ignored, and that would be it feels bad. I remember I had a lot of issues with people speaking out to me. I'd be speaking sometimes, and homeboy, especially Nate Dogg, who was nothing but good. It's subconscious. Subconsciously, they think that they're better than you, and you betray that by being the beta male and accepting that. You will remember me. Does Jazz immediately? I guess she immediately gets a dental sick. I'm gonna put you on charge. I'll come back to you. We'll talk about some goals. See some goals. And humble ourselves too. I need to be humbled. I've been getting away with too much shit, being too fucking lazy without humbling myself first. You're not the man anymore, Flynn. You're not the man anymore. You're deep rest. Jazz is all fake. We've got none. I was just thinking this before. I said a lot of sad shit on this podcast, but one thing that is oddly not sad that I will say is that my parents are gone for a weekend. There's going to be no parties here because I don't have any close friends to have parties with. And that isn't really a sad fact. I mean, in respect, it is sad. I mean, I would probably prefer to have friends that I could push myself socially with, go to parties and stuff, which I'm guessing that hopefully I will when I go to Christchurch. When I'm down in Canterbury, hopefully I'll go to a few parties, push myself socially, get myself a girl. I really need a girlfriend. I'm a virgin, guys. I am a virgin. No, Flynn, you are the coolest dude, but you're an 18-year-old virgin. What's up with that, Flynn? What is up with that? Well, I hang out with a lot of Christian people at high school, as I was just saying before. And, I would really like to be Christian as well. That should be a goal for me. That is going to be one of the goals. Let's make it a goal. But, I've got a lot of tendencies from them, and I actually do agree, I'm not going to save myself to marriage, most likely, but I will save my virginity and hopefully share that with someone that I find that I have a close bond to. I'm not gonna go out and try and get laid with some fucking skank. Although today I realized, homie, chicks find me attractive, and you can just tell. Sometimes you can just tell, and you're gonna think that I'm bullshitting, but this is gonna sound crazy. A girl found me attractive. It's gonna sound pretty fucking dumb, but you can just tell from the vibes. From the vibes. At least I can. Maybe that's my superpower. I can tell from the vibes whether people find me attractive or not. But yeah, where was I going with that? Someone found me attractive. This is sounding pretty fucking sad, by the way. Guys, come on. It's not that sad. That part wasn't sad. The stuff that I want you to find sad is the motivation part. That is the really sad part. The shit where I'm saying that a girl found me attractive, that isn't like, this isn't some big psychology thing where like I think that my self-worth is really low, that any girl finding me attractive is fucking crazy. This is just, I don't do many social interactions really with chicks. I really don't, huh? There's some chicks at the gym that I talk to, but nothing sexual at all. It's all about the gym. But yeah, that sounded like pretty sad, and I could tell as soon as I said it, that sounded pretty sad. But no psychology shit or anything. It's just like, I'm just saying, I think it might be my superpower that I can just tell from the vibes. I don't know, maybe like don't chicks let off like pheromones or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I fucking sensitive pheromones, but let's create goals. 2022 goals. The year is 2022. Did I do anything for New Year's? No. I stayed at home. Which isn't too sad for me. That's what I was talking about. That isn't sad for me that I'm not going out and partying and stuff. It's just that the opportunity just hasn't come to me, and I'm not forcing. No, that sounds bad. I'm not going out there and I'm seeking it, not forcing it to happen. That is a bad way of putting it. That means that you're usually a bitch boy. No, I'm just not going out there and pushing myself to go and have those social interactions. And I'm chilling because I think that there's going to be quite a few of those interactions at university. So right now I'd rather just focus on work, get that work ethic, and then I can push myself socially like that with parties at university. But hopefully I keep the mindset of pushing myself, and the best thing to push yourself at is stuff like business, stuff like school, pushing yourself socially. It is very, very good. If you become a very social guy like I have in the past. I mean, I am still a very social guy, just less social than I was. I've had a bit of a fall from grace. And it's not that bad, guys, come on. It's not that bad, but it's still meh. There's more social interactions where I'm going and being a boring Barry, a socially acceptable Sandra, than I have been being myself, who I think is myself, the person on this podcast. I crack lol W's, I don't give a fuck what I say, and I'd keep it $1.50. But let's type out some goals. Okay. I don't even know if these are going to be goals. I need to blow my fucking nose, you probably noticed. How long has this podcast been going on for? Only an hour. That's pretty good. It'll probably only go on for a little bit longer. I'll create these goals and then hopefully set out towards them. I'll probably what I'll probably do now is set out these goals, create a to-do today for tomorrow, which will involve train me testing the digital items, seeing if I can fix that iPad, listing the items, motorcycle shit, going to the gym, looking for a product, doing another podcast, maybe even choosing a product. If not choosing a product, buying the best potential products that I have, which will be that Desk Vacuum, that ring light, although they do need batteries, but I mean, You're never going to find a perfect product, are you? And and have, as well as a podcast, maybe a meditation throughout the day. I mean, I just need to keep on practicing keeping a $1.50. You need to practice it. You need to start doing it. I am hiding too much in the fog. And I do that as well, because I just had the inclination as well. Immediate dopamine hits. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that dopamine hit. And if I articulate the thought, then I'm going to realise that's going to be bad, and I mean, that's going to lead to me not having this dopamine hit, so I'm just not going to articulate this thought. I'm just going to keep it in the fog. Keep the repercussion of my actions in the fog. Choose the easy option. Been choosing the easy option a few too many times, man. So, practicing keeping a $1.50 in life outside of your podcast. There we go, that's one. No, I like the word practicing. Again, keeping the $1.50 in life outside of the podcast. No, again, practicing keeping a $1.50 in life outside of the podcast. I like that better, because you can't just immediately do it. You need to practice slowly. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's 3 random gym goals. My goals for this year, I don't know if that's achievable. Hit 160 on squat. Right now I'm at 120 for 2. I'm guessing I've got 130 in me. 140 is probably a push. So hit 160 on squat, hit 180 on deadlift. I did 140 for 4, so I'm not sure where I'm at there. And hit 120 on bench. I'm at 95 on bench right now. Maybe 120 on bench is a bit high, but we'll see. I mean, that's really it. What else was I thinking that I was going to write? Oh, the camera stopped. Finally. It's the first time in an hour that the camera stopped. Jeez. I mean, I'm just gonna book from out this page. Let's move to goals. Done. Okay, cool. So tomorrow, let's wake up at 6. Blah 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 blah. 6:50. Who said that? Drop shots by. So 30.
11 o'clock.
Right now, what it's looking like, I'm going to have to humble myself. I mean, I could have no breaks and have no reading. Or have little breaks and little reading. I mean, obviously you're going to have a couple of breaks in there somewhere. But I'm going to have to humble myself and realise I can't just have... I'm going to have to have quite a few breaks. Looking to improve, but you're still going to need quite a few breaks because your mind wants dopamine constantly. You need to make slow, gradual changes. Even though you used to be able to do this easy, you can't now because you got caught slacking, and we all know it. Everyone that's watching this podcast knows it. 11 o'clock. Meal prep. I'll finish this off and then I'll read it off to you guys. Oh, milk. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, that's probably it. Alright. Cool. Okay. So, tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? Camera's back. That's awesome. I've started not washing my hair every night because I watched one video that quickly said, I don't watch the entire video, that said, washing your hair every night is not actually good for your hair. And my hair is dog shit. I need to actually get a hairstyle. Kind of fucking just hate my hair. So, 6 o'clock, wake up. That includes waking up, having a cold shower, eating my breakfast. 6:50, dropship supply,
dropshipspy/TikTok. That's going on TikTok and looking for products, not just fucking watching TikToks. /buy best potential products. Like I said, I'll just buy the best potential products I have. 8:30 morning tea /read. That's where I need to humble myself, so I'm doing that for an hour. And then 9:30 groceries /read. So I'll go to the groceries and that'll last an hour and a half. We'll see how long that actually lasts. I'm not too sure. So at 11, so I'll do the groceries and buy all the things I need to get for my meal prepping. At 11, train me digital items testing. So that's the Wii Nintendo, and that is that's the iPad as well. To see if I can find a way to hard reset the iPad without bypassing an Apple ID password, because it's got an Apple ID account that it's linked to, which is really annoying. 11 o'clock, train me digital items testing /train me listing down all items to list /train me iPad fix research. So I'll list down all the things I need to list today, that being Sunday. 12:20, lunch /YouTube. Again, I need to humble myself. I'll fuck around, but I won't fuck around too much. So that'll be like an hour. I'll fuck around for quite a bit though, but hopefully less. Not hopefully. Yes, it will be less in a day than today that I fucked around and that I have been fucking around recently. 1:30, gym. 3 o'clock, come back from the gym. Eat /YouTube. 4 o'clock, I'll do a meal prep /podcast. That'll be fun today. 5:30 will be dinner time. I have to cook my dinner. And the meal prepping will start tomorrow on Monday. So tomorrow, that being Sunday, I will not have any pre-done meals, pre-prepped meals. I will just have the normal shit that I usually have and make dinner again. 7 o'clock, plan for tomorrow, create a to-do today list, start listening, trade me shit. So like I've done today, I'll create a to-do today list for tomorrow. That being on tomorrow. 8:30, jerk it, and then get lots of sleep for your first day on the job. Cool. Alright, that's the fun podcast. That was a very good podcast. Very informative. I will keep on being hard. I'll try and remain hard. Need to humble myself, realise lately I've been not been being hard. I will attempt to get back in the mindset. And I mean, when I say back, I'm still relatively hard, just not as hard as I was. And even then that I wasn't the hardest I could be. I'll practice being hard. Alright? Fucking hell. Okay. I'll see you later.